Welcome to the Brothers Born podcast. My name is Steven. I am the youngest brother.
My name's Kevin. I'm the most awesome brother.
And my name's Callie, and I am Kevin's daughter.
Not a brother.
Not a brother.
But still part of the family. Hey everyone, we're back again. Last time we had a big old group with Kevin, David, me, and Dad. Today we're doing a little mix-up again, bringing back one of our favorite guests. What's your name again?
Callie.
Callie. My niece. Kevin's posterity.
Yeah, that child.
We're going to be talking a little bit about movies again. So we're excited.
We're gonna do something a little different. Like this is so we're playing like a little bit of a game. So what we're gonna do is you have one or two options. You can either one of us will provide the synopsis of a random movie, and then the other two people have to try to guess what the name of that movie might be. Now I will say that part of the fun of this is that we're trying to steer towards movies that we all have not actually seen.
Yes. I've not seen any of the ones I selected.
Yeah. Now I have seen some of the ones that I've selected, but I know you guys haven't. So, and then, so that's one idea. So that's one way you can go about it. Give a synopsis. We try to guess what the title is based on the synopsis, or you can give the title of the movie, and based on the title, the other two have to try to figure out what the movie's about.
I like it.
Right.
It.
So,
shall I go first?
Actually, oh yeah, okay. Kylie says yes. I'm not going to argue with her.
All right, she's the boss today. So, and the reason I want to go first because my movie is actually about a podcaster. So let me read. Since we're a podcast, I thought it was appropriate to have a movie about a podcaster. And this movie of my three movies is probably the most well known. I was actually in theaters that I saw around advertised. Okay, here we go. A brash and arrogant podcaster gets more than he bargained for when he travels to Canada to interview a mysterious recluse who has a rather disturbing fondness for walruses. Guess the title.
All right. Yeah, that doesn't sound familiar to me at all.
That sounds pretty funny, actually.
It does. I'm going to say The Tusk and the Husk. That's what I'm going with.
Ooh, The Tusk and the Husk. Huh. I like that's a good guess there, Kevin. Callie, what you got?
I'm going to go with The Walrus Podcast.
The Walrus Podcast. That's the name of our next podcast we create.
The Walrus Podcast.
Okay.
Just going to talk about walruses.
This movie's starring Justin Long, and it is a Kevin Smith movie. You know Kevin Smith, right? He's one of the Jay and Silent Bob guys.
I do. I don't think Kylie does. It's a little before her time.
Kevin, you were the closest. The movie's simply called Tusk. Just Tusk.
So, all right, cool.
So I think you get points for that one. And I didn't see this movie, but as I understand it, this podcaster goes to visit this recluse, and the recluse turns him into a raw walrus by the end of the movie by replacing his body parts with those of a walrus. It's wild. That sounds like a crazy movie.
It sounds like a movie that I want to see.
It's I know someone who watched it and they said it kind of made them feel ill, but I'm kind of curious about it.
All right.
But hopefully as podcasters, that doesn't happen to us. Let's not visit any recluses anytime soon in Canada.
Let's steer clear of those.
Kylie, you got a movie yet or you want me to go?
I got one. Okay. So this is Guess the Title, all right?
Okay.
The story is set in Tokyo after bubbles that broke the laws of gravity rained down upon the world. Cut off from the outside world, Tokyo has become a playground for a group of young people who have lost their families, acting as a battlefield for parkour team battles as they leap from building to building.
Wow.
I actually know this one.
Oh, you know this movie?
Yeah, it was one of the movies I was going to pick. You go ahead,
beat you to it.
Man.
I want to see it, by the way. I really want to see this movie because it sounds crazy, bonkers.
Let me get this straight. So it's about a bunch of people losing their families. They're in Tokyo. What's the What's the bubble thing again? Can you explain the bubble situation to me?
It says, after bubbles that broke the laws of gravity rained down upon the world.
Oh, man. It's a Japanese movie.
You think?
Sounds crazy. All right. I'm going to call it Bubble Boulders.
You were close.
Oh,
it's Bubbles. Right? It's called Bubble, right?
Yeah. It's just plain Bubble. That's it.
That's fun. It's funny that we picked the same one.
Yeah.
All right.
Bubble. That sounds like a wild movie, man. I want to check that out.
Okay. So this movie that I'm going to give, I actually have seen, but it was bonkers and crazy. And I feel like you guys would never have seen it. So 3 children live in an old family mansion. And though under the cautious guardianship of chauffeur Bruno, they manage to terrorize anyone or anything which passes through the gates. So when the family is visited by a pair of distant relatives and their greedy lawyer, a wild night of murderous thrills ensures.
When I was in 2nd grade, I read The Boxcar Children, and that's where my mind went initially. I don't think this is a Boxcar Children adaptation, no.
No, it is definitely not.
That'd be pretty weird.
You guys want multiple choice? I can give you multiple choice. I'll give you A through D. All right. Is the name of the movie Children in the Walls, Goons, House of Madness, A Tale of Murderous Nature, or Spider Baby, the maddest story ever told?
As much as I want to go through option D, I think it's option C.
Oh, man. I'm going for Spider Baby, bruh. I like that. I'm going for Spider Baby.
That is the name of the movie, Spider Baby, the maddest story ever told. This movie is nuts. I saw it a couple weeks ago. It's an old movie from the 60s. It's an old comedy horror movie. It's bonkers. These people there's just 3 kids, and the one is a little girl, and she eats bugs, and she plays the spider game and traps people in the web. And then I can't even describe it. It's just a really bizarre movie.
Huh. Spider Baby and the what?
Spider Baby, the maddest story ever told.
That sounds like it is the maddest story ever told.
It's pretty crazy.
But
I highly recommend it, though.
This next one's a little wild, too, though. Let me tell you. I'm going to give you the title this time.
Yeah, so let's go with the title this time.
I want you to kind of just figure out what this movie's about. It's another one-word title. I like those. It's called Rubber.
It's got something to do with cars.
I'm going to say that it's similar to that old movie, The Blob, where some sort of rubber creature goes around absorbing people.
Interesting. Okay. All right. You're kind of getting there. Kali, any more thoughts about, you said something about cars. Any idea what's going on with Rubber? Came out in 2010.
Well, I'm thinking you know how they have those action movies or a high speed car chases and stuff like that?
Oh yeah. Those are classic, Fast and the Furious 27.
I'm thinking more towards that direction.
All right. It is directed by Quentin Dupuis. In case you're curious, starring Steven Spinella and Roxanne Mesquita. Let me read you the synopsis. A homicidal car tire, discovering it has destructive psionic power, sets its sights on a desert town once a mysterious woman becomes its obsession. It's a murderous tire. It's going around.
That sounds amazing.
All right, then.
A murderous tire.
You don't want that tire on your car.
No,
you want it on the car because then you can control it. There's a movie about killer slugs called actually I think it's called Slugs.
Really?
I mean, if you're gonna make a movie like that, you might as well just give it a name like Rubber or Killer Slugs,
or Slugs of the Deep or something like that.
Slugs of the Deep.
That sounds like a band name.
I don't know.
A ska band.
It's a 1988 film.
Oh.
I looked it up.
All right, Kali, you got another one? You want to do it this way? Give us the title, see if we can guess what it's about.
All right. I'm still looking for one right now, so if Kevin has one, he can go ahead and...
You got one ready, Kevin?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I do. I think I'm going to go with In the Tall Grass is the name of the movie. What's this movie about?
In the Tall Grass. Huh. I'm going to say something about maybe some giant ticks.
Some giant
attacking
ticks, okay.
people
Some giant ticks attacking people.
When they're like on forest walks. We're talking young couples go on like spring breakers, you know. That's all these movies always are.
Like a nice peaceful stroll in the tall grass there.
Yeah, a little peaceful stroll, and like maybe like this group of like, I don't know, 21-year-olds are going out partying, and then next thing you know, the freaking ticks are after them.
Okay. What about you, Kylie? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that like there's this creature that makes its home in the tall grass, and that like at night it goes out into cities and like feeds on like energy and stuff like that.
See, those both sound like movies I would want to watch. Unfortunately, there are no creatures involved in this movie.
Alrighty then.
So the premises is here's a synopsis. After hearing a boy's cry for help, a pregnant woman and her brother wade into a vast field of grass, only to discover there may be no way out. So they just get literally just people getting lost in a big field of tall grass.
You know, I think I remember this
then.
actually. I didn't see it, but I remember seeing it. This is jogging a weird memory for me. Like they get lost in the grass forever, right? That's the whole thing.
That's what it sounds like.
That's great. Yeah. I mean, there probably are creatures in there though. I mean, forest of grass.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I haven't seen it. Maybe there are creatures, but yeah.
You know, the nice thing about that movie is you know what you're going to get looking at the title. There's no ambiguity there. It's like in the tall grass. Yep, that's what this movie's about. You're in the tall grass.
It's true. I like a movie when there's no question about what's going on.
What happens is just
given the title.
Tall grass, man.
It's kind of like what was that movie? Oh man, I can't. It was like Dark City.
Oh yeah.
Which has nothing. It's like it was like a weird movie, and it didn't really give you any explanation. Like all the advertisements didn't give you any explanation about what the movie was about. It was just Dark City.
It was a Dark City though.
It was a Dark City, yes, and it's a really good movie actually. But I just I remember watching the advertising, me like, what is that even about? Like I don't understand.
That seems understandable for your title, Dark City. All right, I got one now.
All right, cool.
All right,
here we go.
So the title is Tick Tick Boom.
Oh, I know this one.
You actually know this one?
I do. It's well, you said unless it's a different movie named Tick Tick Boom.
There's probably more than one.
I want to hear what your guess is before.
I feel like it has something to do with like sort of like the movie Speed sort of situation. There's a bomb that's about to go off, and someone has to defuse it.
Not at all. It's actually about a guy who wrote the musical Rent. He's like a struggling artist in New York or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he like writes this profound rock opera and changes the world as we know it. 524,600 minutes. In fact, you know that song, I think.
Yeah. Good math. Good math. Yes.
So that came out last year, directed by Lin-Manuel Miranda. You know how he is.
I know that guy.
He makes a lot of music.
Like, you know him personally?
No, I don't
not personally. There's a lot of people I'd like to know personally. Trust me.
I wouldn't mind meeting him. He seems like a nice enough dude. I mean,
yeah, he's all right.
We can credit him for Hamilton, In the Heights, Moana.
In the Heights.
What's the other one just came out?
The music for Encanto.
Yeah, Encanto.
Yeah.
As well as the music for Moana.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Moana.
Well, yeah,
he's
said that.
Super talented dude for sure. But his songs get stuck in your head, and you can't get rid of them.
Do.
Like
the only way to get rid of songs that get stuck in your head is to find catchier, more amazing songs.
So every time I get a song stuck in my head, I just got to sing Taylor Swift. But then I'm going to be more unhappy, Kali.
Well, you got to pick your battles, man.
No, I like Taylor Swift, actually. She's all right. Who's someone I really don't like?
Anything by the Chainsmokers.
Oh, yeah. That's a fair point. All right, I got another one. I think I'm going to give you, I want you to guess the title of this one.
All right.
I think. No, let's do it the other way around. I'm going to give you the title again. I like that version. This movie is called Executive Koala.
Executive Koala?
Yes.
I want to watch that.
All right. My guess is that it's like in a weird animal world, and the koala bear is No. It's a human world, a normal world, but through some strange set of circumstances, a koala bear is made to be CEO of a big business. That's what I'm going with.
All right. So I'm thinking that it's more, you know how like when they have animals that are like starring, like movies that are starring animals and stuff, they're usually like all animals. So I'm thinking it's like there's this one koala who's a really great detective and he goes out and solves crimes.
He's an executive detective, executive koala.
Yes.
Well, going back to the Japanese movies. Here we go. Minoru Kawasaki directs this comedic psychological thriller that follows a large koala as he looks for help from several of his closest friends, which include a giant rabbit and frog. A hardworking executive at a pickle company, Mr. Tamura stands out from the other employees because he's a koala bear who stands 6 feet tall. When his human girlfriend is found murdered, the blackout-prone Tamura goes on the run and tries to solve the mystery.
All right.
All right.
That's sure. Something right there. All right. Is it my turn?
Sure. One of you guys. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna like Steven there. I'm gonna keep with the give you the title because I think it's kind of funny. So the title of this movie is Black Crab.
Black Crab?
No, Black Crab.
Black Crab.
Yeah, like the color black and then crab.
Black Crab. Like, I feel like it has to do with like a murderous crab.
Okay.
Like, who comes out of the sea, the deep of the sea, and like kills some boaters or something.
Interesting. I think it's like a movie about two dueling chefs who like have like different restaurants, or they're both in like some like real big city, and they're like one guy's he's trying to become the next big chef or open his restaurant. The other guy's like, oh, the restaurant ends up being called the Black Crab or something like that.
Okay, well, you are both wrong.
Oh, man.
The synopsis is, in a post-apocalyptic world, 6 soldiers on a covert mission must transport a mysterious package across a frozen archipelago. But however you pronounce that.
Wait, so is the package a crab, though?
It just says a mysterious package. You gotta watch it to find out.
All right. Well, since we're doing titles, since you guys did a title, I'll do a title this time, too. Rebel Moon.
Interesting.
This is actually a fairly recent movie, I guess. I think it was directed by Zack Snyder.
Rebel Moon. Science fiction, clearly.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Rebel Moon. I don't want to say the moon's alive, but that would be pretty sweet.
But that is a thing in that movie Moonfall that just came out.
Yeah, that's what made me think of it. Rebel Moon. I think it's like, okay, in a near and distant future, there's like Earth is falling apart. People live on other planets, and then one moon has a group of mercenaries or something just rebel against the establishment. That's probably what I'm going to go for. Nice and simple.
Kind of a bit of a Gundam vibe.
Yeah, a little bit of like a, yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go with let's see, Rebel Moon. I'm gonna go with like it's like a Japanese movie, so there's like samurais and ninjas, and there's like a clan that has like moon in its name, and they're trying to battle for dominance over another ninja clan.
That is pretty sweet, actually.
I would watch that movie for sure.
Like
you're both like, wrong, but
okay.
Stephen, you were a little bit closer. Not much. So, Rebel Moon is about the people of a galaxy, a faraway galaxy. Send a young woman to seek out warriors from other planets to help them from the tyrannical armies that are terrorizing their peaceful colony.
Oh, all right.
I don't know why it's called Rebel Moon, but whatever. Let's go with synopsis this time.
I think I like that. All
right, synopsis this time?
Yeah.
All
right, I got one.
That works really well with this.
In a dystopian near future, single people, according to the laws of the city, are taken to the hotel, where they are obliged to find a romantic partner in 45 days or are transformed into beasts and sent off into the woods.
Okay.
Okay.
This movie, I got a lot of got some award attention.
Movies.
Colin Farrell's in it, so it's got some pretty big name actors in it. But Yeah, what do you think?
Geez, I don't know. Animalistic attraction? I don't know.
That sounds like a movie we should definitely not watch.
Yeah, that does sound like a movie we should not watch.
Yeah.
Let's definitely stay clear from that one.
Let us not do that.
What do you think, Kali?
I'm thinking that it's going to be called something like 45 Days to Find a Mate.
45 Days to Find a Mate. Also a movie we should clearly stay away from.
Yes.
Unless it's a documentary.
That's true.
About animals.
This movie is called The Lobster.
The
Lobster?
The Lobster. Starring Colin Farrell, Rachel Weisz, and Olivia Colman's in it. So it's got some pretty established people. It's like a pretty artsy-fartsy movie, as I understand. I never saw it myself, but it got a lot of attention a few years ago. I think it got like an Oscar nomination or something. But the Lobster name always confused me a little bit, though.
It doesn't really make any sense. All right. My turn. All right. So we have Corey Lambert is a wildlife officer who finds the body of an 18-year-old woman on an American Indian reservation in snowy Wyoming. When the autopsy reveals that she was raped, FBI agent Jane Banner arrives to investigate. Teaming up with Lambert as a guide, the duo soon find that their lives are in danger while trying to solve the mystery of the teen's death.
I've actually heard of this movie, but I don't know what the name of it is.
I think Mystic River.
Okay.
I don't know. The Shaman. I don't know. I'm just
The Shaman.
I don't know.
The Shaman. All right. So, Steven, you are close. It is called Wind River.
Oh, Wind River. Dang, man.
Yeah, I think Mr. River is a different one. I'm going with the movie that, Steven, I know you've seen, just to see if you can figure out what the movie is based on the premises.
Oh, boy.
All right. When a race of fire-spitting, brain-sucking aliens attacks Earth and destroys Buenos Aires, an infantry unit heads to the aliens' planet for a showdown.
Starship Troopers?
Saying something about this.
Starship Troopers. No. Yeah, it's Starship Troopers. Just give me a look.
You got a guess, Sir Kali?
No, I don't.
You want some options?
Yeah, I want some multiple choice. Yeah.
All right. So, Stephen Ray says Starship Troopers, so we'll put that in there. Demons from Space, Fireballs, or Revenge for Earth?
I'm pretty sure I've never seen this movie. You sure I've seen this?
For Earth.
It is, in fact, Starship Troopers.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Cool. I was like, I think I have seen parts of it. I have a book. It's a Robert Heinlein book, I think.
Ooh, it's a book.
Yeah, it's a book originally. Old science fiction. All right. Let's do one more. One more each.
All right.
Let me find a juicy one here.
All right. Let me do another one.
Okay.
All right. A group of heavily armed hijackers board a luxury ocean liner in the South Pacific Ocean to loot it, only to do battle with a series of large-sized tentacled man-eating sea creatures who had already invaded the ship.
Attack of the Calamari?
That's pretty sweet.
That is pretty sweet.
I always get us confused with that Comet movie that came out. It's a 90s movie. Deep Impact or Deep Rising. One of those ones. I can't remember. One of them's a Comet movie. One of them's this movie.
You're correct.
Yes.
It is Deep Rising.
Deep Rising. I think they came out within sort of the same amount of time.
Yeah, they were. I don't remember. I know they were relatively close. I didn't see Deep Impact. Deep Rising was a cool movie, though.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a title for you guys.
Okay.
All right, it's called Ramen Heads.
Ramen Head. Oh,
Ramen Head.
I actually have heard of this. I don't remember. I don't know what it's about. I haven't seen it, but I have heard of it.
What do you think it's about? You got to take a guess here.
I think it's about like two competing ramen shops.
Oh, okay. Ramen Heads. I mean, I'm sure that's what it's about, but I'm just going to make this fun here. I think it's guys that have like noodle heads. Instead of a brain, it's just a cup of ramen soup inside their skull.
Cup of noodles.
They're programmed to make the best noodles ever. In like a weird like robot situation.
I want one of those.
Which one is it?
In the synopsis here, it says that Japan's reigning king of ramen takes us deep into his world, revealing every single step of his obsessive approach to creating the perfect soup and noodles and his relentless search for the highest quality ingredients.
That sounds pretty cool.
I'd watch it.
That's like my black crab movie that I thought of earlier. Actually, I propose a new game.
Okay.
This is what I want to end here. Let's each think of it. Let's make up a title of a genre and see if it actually exists as a movie. So I think I think it's really easy to come up with like rom-com titles for movies. You know, it's got to be real. I mean, you'll say anything. There it is. That's what it is. Say anything. That's the name of my movie.
That actually is a movie.
Let's see.
That's already a rom-com. That's already a rom-com.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure it is.
It is. John Cusack.
Yeah, and it's an older movie. So the premise is we're going to come up with a genre and a title and see if it's an actual movie.
Yeah, or if you want to challenge us, maybe come up with a genre we have to think of. That would be kind of fun too. What do you think?
Okay, we'll do. All right, let's go.
I'll challenge y'all with rom-com. I already did that one. So each of you think of a rom-com title, and I'll look and see if it's actual movie or not.
Okay, rom-com title.
You can't look it up though. You have to this has to come fresh off the brain. Otherwise,
okay. My Second Wife.
My Second Wife.
That sounds like a rom-com title.
Let's see if this is a real movie or not. The Second Wife.
That's close.
2 movies. There's 2 movies called The Second Wife, and there's 2 movies called Second Wife.
Are any of them rom-coms?
Let's see. The Second Wife is.
Because I feel like some
comedy romance. Yep, that's a rom-com. The other Second Wife is a drama, and Second Wife is a drama, and Second Wife 1930 came out. It's a drama. So you had it. You got it. The Second Wife.
The Second Wife. All right, cool.
All right.
My Second Wife. What a wild idea. The first one came out in 1930, bro. Let's only what the synopsis is. Hold on. A man's pregnant second wife gets upset when he decides to go overseas to his young son who may be dying of typhoid fever.
Wait, is that the old one or the rom-com?
That's the old one. The rom-com one is in the early 1960s. A Sicilian single mother marries an older, crass, widowed truck driver. When he is arrested, trying to smuggle an antique, she ends up falling in love with her handsome stepson. Oh, that took a turn that I was not expecting at all.
So my genre that I'm going to challenge you guys to, we'll go with an easy one. Horror.
Horror? Okay.
Yeah, horror.
A Night in the Dark.
I say a knife in the dark?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Yes.
Is it really?
It's a short movie. It says short, but yeah. There's also a couple TV episodes. Yeah. A Knife in the Dark. There's a short movie by that title in 2019. Another one in 2022. And A Knife in the Dark, Chapter 2, 2020. So let's go with 2019 one. And
wow, I was lucky.
It doesn't give a plot.
Oh,
it doesn't give a synopsis here. Let's see if one of the other ones has it.
Here. Let me see if I can.
So it's not a full length feature. It's a short. Okay, the one from 1920, A Knife in the Dark. A gruesome war was once fought in the forest they camp in. Locals say an evil spirit still haunts it. What could possibly go wrong? Take control in this interactive film. Oh, it's an interactive film.
Oh, interesting. In 1920, that's high tech, bro.
No, not 1920, 2020.
Oh,
1920.
I was like, man, how'd they do that in 1920?
Did I say 1920? I probably did say 1920. I meant 2020.
You take a different roll of film and stick it in the thing.
All right. So Kylie, you did good. All right. What's a horror movie?
Eyes of the Rodent.
Ooh, Eyes of the Rodent. That sounds like an awesome movie. Eyes of the Rodent. I'm sorry to say there is no movie called Eyes of the Rodent.
Well, that's okay, because now we have something we can create. We couldn't make the other movies as copyright issues, but now we can make a movie called Eyes of the Rodent.
Eyes of the Rodent.
Eyes of the Rodent.
And make millions.
Yeah,
starring one of your guys, one of your rodents, your pets.
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
and they could be on like a ravage quest for snacks.
Kali, I think I have a project for us to work on.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to challenge you guys to a genre here, and your genre is comedy.
Comedy. All right. Bashful thinking.
All right, bashful thinking. Let's see. It does not appear that Bashful Thinking is a movie.
Dang it.
Another project, Bashful Thinking. I'm not as excited about that as I am Eyes of the Rodent.
Well, I don't really like comedies.
Yeah. All right. The Day Tim Got Slapped.
The Day Tim Got Slapped?
All right, whether or not that's an actual movie or not, I want to watch it. That just sounds awesome. Let's see. No, it is not a movie.
Well, there's another project.
But there is a random YouTube video called Tim Gets Slapped.
So we have 3 movies. We should start a production studio. We got Eyes of the Rodent when we want to touch, get in the horror genre. We got
the Day
Tim Got Slapped.
It's going to be a good one if the title makes you laugh.
And then what was yours, Kevin? Bashful Thinking. And that could be, they don't have to be comedies. That could be something else too, but I think we got some work to do after this podcast.
So listeners, stay, look out for the Brothers Born YouTube channel. And
what?
Dude, oh man, Brothers Born Media presents The Day Tim Got Slapped, followed by Eyes of the Rodent.
I feel like of all those movies, the one that we probably most easily could actually produce with our limited budget would be The Day Tim Got Slapped. So we really just need to find some guy to slap.
Yeah, make sure he's named Tim, or just give him Tim.
Dude, we could make like an extended universe here. All 3 movies take place in the same world.
We could do the Eyes of the Rodent, because Panda's crazy for snacks, so we could make her devour everything in her path.
It's true, we could.
The rodents belong to Tim, who's trying to hook up, who's trying to secure a relationship with this girl, and he has bashful thinking. Oh.
Tim got slapped so hard he got sent into a coma.
We'll call it Brothers Born Media, the BBMCU, baby. Oh, there it is.
All right, I don't know about all that. Well, this was fun.
This was way fun.
Yeah, we should do this one again. This turned out pretty entertaining for me anyway.
Yeah,
I might try and play this game at parties. I made up a game.
Yeah, you should.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us again, Kali, and we'll catch y'all next time on the Brothers
Born
Podcast.
See you later.
Bye.
Hey everyone! Thanks for listening to the Brothers Born Podcast. Hope you had fun hanging out with Kali and Kevin and I. We had a good old time talking about movies, and we should get an agent or something. I think we're onto something here. Anyway, special shout out to Denise Jans for the picture we used for the episode art. You can check out her work at unsplash.com or on the Unsplash app. Folks, we hope you're having fun, and if you want to share the fun, share the show with a friend. Or give us a good review on iTunes. Whatever you want to do. Feel free to send us a message on Facebook, facebook.com/brothersbornpodcast, or email us brothersbornpodcast@gmail.com. Take care.